Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Ali Madad. Thinking of how to start this. कैसे मैं शुरू करूं? तो कभी इंग्लिश में बात करूंगी, कभी उर्दू में. मुझे और भी है कुछ कहना, कन्वे करना. I have some more to convey. This is a talk. It's spontaneous, and I'm going to speak on various topics of my life, like the challenges I had when I was growing up, and my mother trying to be good Muslims and good human beings, following the principles and values that we were given. Although I was born after some years of my parents' marriage, and they had to get help. Prayers from Allama Rashid Turabi, Radiyallahu anhu. May Allah be pleased with him. So he was considered a genius of his time in religious sermons during Muharram and Safar majlises and Ramadan. So given this environment from my father's side and my mother's side, and then a religion which is Karbala and Imam Hussein alayhi salam, it's out of our thinking what they had to suffer and how would we, at least respect Imam Hussein's sacrifices given at Karbala, and then his women folk, the granddaughters of Rasulullah, how they had to take it, the grandsons, how they had to take it, great grandsons. And so we had to try harder in the challenges we were given. And my mother, on one hand, she loved me dearly, but on the other hand, she had to be really strict with me because of the challenges we were facing growing up. So I have to give you my background, slightly touching on it, to try and make you feel and think deeply. If you ever want to be a spiritual teacher, but you've done what Marianne Williamson has done in the Karachi American School, and the most humble ones who are unknown, they would not even think of being spiritual teachers or guides. They would pray for me humbly. They would not want any fame or name for themselves. And I know that they would just want to be what Islam asks them to be, what God has made them, created them, given birth to them through their mothers to be as human beings. So like I was saying in my previous video, that if there was immediate punishment when you were about to harm someone, and that harm would come back to you and not harm the person you wanted to harm, you would not harm them. But your arrogance, your ego, and all the rest of it that is causing this in you to harm other people, and then cover your background, your weaknesses, that you've harmed a family, you've harmed a believer, and you're showing how great you are, how spiritual you are. Please bear with me. It's really difficult, but it would have been some years ago even more so difficult to reveal the truth about these Marianne Williamson type and Matthew type, Mr. Horton, Dr. Webster, Dr. Todd type Americans, because a few years ago, even the president, or shall I say presidents, have been such liars. Most of the people I know, they know, and only I, under their hypnosis, long time ago, have not known what it really is, the truth about them, even as they made me go through so much hell. And if Marianne Williamson's daughter, at 13, 14 years old, had to come across a Marianne Williamson, wicked, vulgar, unreasonable, unjust. I was too shy in Karachi American School to, it's not even our thing, let the person do what they want to do. She was kissing Matthew, Matthew was kissing her. They were going on and on outside the auditorium door, and I never said a thing. I never said a thing when she was wearing this shorts that was showing her private part completely while we were doing our PE, the warm-ups and all. I don't know about the other people, but for myself, my mother's prayers, my aunt, my father, my family's prayers, my sincere friends' prayers were enough for me. And those, my well-wishers who cared for me, we didn't need Marianne Williamson's prayers. We don't need it. As for me, I don't know. Only God will decide in the end if I was a good human being and a good Muslim, the religion that I followed. And as for my faltering, my weaknesses, how much I've tried, what I've done amidst challenges, outside challenges, that my God will decide. If I hurt someone due to my ego and wickedness, and I never apologized to them, and whether God knows if I could take Karbala during the time after some years of separation from Istisa, I couldn't even see the beggars on the street in Karachi. My goodness. Oh my God. Inside, I was dying and just, sorry, looking at them, I was saying, oh my God, where is God? And I couldn't help myself. These Americans are lying. If they cared so much, if they were giving aid to Pakistan, Lanat Allah alayk, ummatan qatalatka, wa lan Allah alayk ummatan zulmatka. I've been feeling so guilty looking at the uh, beggars on the street, on that road where Miss Desa said, in her car, I see the car in front of me and the car in front of the other car, the one in front. And excuse my English. These Americans, they don't care. Otherwise, they would be like Dr. Faw and Darul Sakoon. Come there and help those children. If your daughter Marianne Williamson was in Syria, your boyfriend Matthew would chop off our heads because she got a scratch on her skin? Or is it because she got told off by a Syrian, Iraqi, or UAE student not to abuse her teacher like that? Would Matthew chop off our heads? And I think he's one of the leaders in the ISI, ISIS. You better stop this, Marianne Williamson. Otherwise, your daughter is going to hell. And I will make sure she goes to hell. Because you don't know who I am. I'm the one who's going to tell God to send your daughter to hellfire for an eternity.